I am taking my coconut out of the bag. It's still a little frozen to the bottom, but it's okay. We're going to blend that anyway. And I'm putting it in my Nutra Bullet, the new one. And at first I put enough water, what I thought was enough, and then I had to shake it a little bit. But by the second round, I realized, add more water and use the pulse, button. It really makes it go a lot smoother. It pulses it just until it feels it smooth, and then it just keeps it going. And that worked out really well. I'm going to put it in my pot. We're going to boil this down, and we're going to add some sugar. We're going to make it, if you want it sweet, you can make it sweet. I just gauged it. I put, I think, a cup of sugar for all of that. And I'm going to mix it down. And if you watch my mango cupcake video, you could actually see it plopping, and the middle stage where it's still watery and just making a complete mess. And yeah, I burned my hand a little bit. But here I'm going to show you, this is the beginning. It was actually cooking down quite a bit, and it still had quite a little bit to go, but you can see it's getting nice and thick. And I have that cinnamon stick in there just to give it a little extra oomph. I think cinnamon goes so good with sweets, especially like coconut and tropical flavors. And then when it's done, I'm putting saran wrap over it and making sure, there's no crust, letting it cool. We're going to take this when it's cool, and we're going to do our plops again. We're plopping that into our batter. And I already showed you in the mango video and in many other videos, you can use any recipe you want, any vanilla cupcake recipe, you can use it. Your favorite, a box one, you could even use that. And all we're doing is plunking these in. You like a lot of coconut, you put a lot. You like a little bit, you put a little bit. It's absolutely up to you. It is your cupcakes. You do it how you want to do it. I think I wanted a little more. After I kind of swirled it around in there, kind of like got some of that right to the bottom. And I just took my, gosh, what is that called? It's not a whisk. It's a scraper. Spatula. Oh, I just went totally blank. I took my spatula and I just went around very gently, and I just kind of got that all through it, but not cooperating it totally in it. And then I realized, the bottom really could have used a little bit more coconut. So I just added that in there. And you just do it until you think it's ready. And when I go to put these in the cupcake liners, I use my ice cream scooper, and I kind of scoop, and I try to get just the right amount of coconut with the right amount of batter. If I have to go back and forth, just what I think I need to do. And these cupcake liners, they hold quite a bit of batter. So I baked these at 325 for 25 to 28 minutes. They hold a little more batter than the regular little cupcake liners. So that's what I did. And this is just butter, y'all. I am just taking butter and I'm whipping it to make our frosting. And after a while, you'll see it's going to turn pale. And that's what I'm looking for. And when it gets to that pale consistency, it's going to be fluffy and pale. Then I'm going to add my sweet cream. Only 3 ingredients to this. No messy powdered sugar, no mess, no easy. You just whip your butter. You make sure your condensed milk is in the fridge and it's cold. That's the key. If your condensed milk is not cold, this will not work. So when your butter is nice and whipped, you're going to add your condensed milk. Always scrape down your bowl, because all that butter that's not really getting to the spatula is on the bottom. So you got to get that up so the whisk can whip it. And when you're done, you're going to whip it a little more. And And that's what we're looking for. It's nice and pale and nice and fluffy. And we're going to add our condensed milk. We're just going to stream that in. Remember, I said it's cold. And we're just streaming that in. And I'm doing a recipe and a half. So I will link in the description box or on my website. It'll be the full recipe. So you're not going to miss out, I promise. And it just streams in. Oh, and it is so silky and rich, but fluffy. You just need to try this. This is one of the best kept secrets. And you know y'all all got those cans of sweet cream in the cupboard. Put it in the fridge. Keep it in the fridge. You want a quick frosting? Go ahead. Whip it up. And I'm going to add my vanilla bean paste with all those nice specks of vanilla and that rich taste. That is quite pricey. But if you don't got it, which I know you probably don't, use some just regular vanilla what you got. And see how whipped that is? Look how nice and fluffy and whipped that is. You don't got to struggle with the powdered sugar, making a mess. All the lumps, sifting and resifting. Easy. And I'm just swirling these on my cupcakes with a nice star tip and my little tropical cupcake holders. I just think they're the cutest thing in the world. And this is so easy. Anyone can do this. You don't even need a star tip. You can just get a Ziploc bag and cut it and you're done. You know, easy. And here we have our coconut reduction with our sweetened condensed milk buttercream. It's so light and fluffy, but also so rich because it has all that butter and all that sweetened condensed milk. But it's so light. You just have to try it so you can understand what I'm saying. And I took the wrapper off so you can see all the coconut. I want you to see all the coconut on the inside. And I'm gonna have some of that nice coconut reduction. And the texture of the coconut is there, and the creaminess of the frosting. When you're making your sky juice, and you've got all that leftover coconut, and you tie a coconut tart, you'd be like, what should I make? Oh, you're gonna make some coconut cupcakes. So good. And join me next time on the Fancy Cakery. And whatever you do, do not stop baking.